Good morning, students. We are in week 4 of distance learning. It's hard to believe that almost a month went by. I hope you all had a good Easter. I will go over the agenda with you for the week, and I will also go over the assignments in your Google Classroom so you have less questions about on how to do them. So the agenda for the week, we're still going to be on the unit about South Asia. And once again, this is the region in Asia. The largest country in this region is India. We will be talking about economic indicators. Remember, these are the numbers that help us decide the quality of life of people in a particular country. If you remember from our previous lessons, one of the economic indicators we can use to see if people have a good quality of life is GDP, or GDP per capita. That's the amount of money a person makes in a year. So the more money a person makes, the better their quality of life. Another economic indicator could be life expectancy. How long, on average, a person is expected to live in a country. So the longer a person is living, the better their quality of life. That means they have access to good education, good medicines, hospitals, they have money to take care of themselves. So, to help you understand the objectives, you will be working on the 2 assignments. So, before we even get to the assignments, I want to point out once again the resources section. The resources section is an important section. It gives you hints about how to do your assignments better. Once again, there is the Zoom office tutoring. You will have to click on the virtual link to join the Zoom session. It also gives you the password, and you will need to add the Zoom to your iPad or your phone or your Chromebook, and there are instructions on how to do that, especially the instructions for Chromebook in the resources section. So back to our classwork. We are in week 4 of distance learning. Your first assignment is going to be to look at the economic indicators of different countries in South Asia and make inferences about the quality of life in South Asian countries. To start with, you will review some vocabulary. You will follow instructions on the screen by clicking the link. It will take you to Quizlet. If it requires you to sign up, you will just click on sign up with Google, or you can click on login and log in with Google. And that you should use your school Gmail, and if it's going to ask you for your username and password, you should also use your school username and password. I will sign in as myself. And as you go through the slides, I'm sorry, it didn't work for some reason. It says it's waiting. But there we go. So this will show you the flashcards. And then if you click on it, it's going to give you the definition. And I'm asking you to practice the learn section. So for example, average number of years a person attends school will be mean years of schooling. And then I will also ask you to practice the match section. And it's once again, it's where you have to match the words to their definitions. For example, GDP per capita with the other GDP per capita. Well, it's not working currently on my device, but it should work on yours. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do is to watch a video to help you review what is Human Development Index. And the video is right here. Then you will be collecting economic indicators about 4 countries in South Asia region. There will be a video to explain to you how to do that. And to get your numbers, you will be going to the HDI website. And then finally, after you collect your data, you will use those data to make inferences about the country's quality of life. If you forgot what literacy rates are, which should be fresh in your mind because you would have just reviewed the vocabulary, this is a link. If you click on it, it will give you a definition of literacy rates. So that is your first assignment for the week. Your second assignment for the week, the objective will stay the same. You will be asked, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay. So the objective is going to be the same. You will still be looking at the quality of life of countries in South Asia. But specifically, you will focus on the country called India. You will have to listen or you can read, and I suggest you do both, an article from Junior Scholastic called The Tale of Two Indias. It's going once again to ask you to click on the link to access the article. And right here, it tells you how you should be logging in. If you can adjust the reading level of the article. The higher the reading level, the more reading you'll have to do. And then you can also turn on the text-to-speech option to have the article read aloud to you, and it will let you adjust it to a slower speed. Once again, if you listen to the article without reading it the first time, it'll take you about 6 minutes to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the screen. And the first assignment after you read the article will ask you to look at these 2 pictures. Both of them were taken in India, and you will be asked to answer some questions about them. And also one of the questions is going to ask you about how do these pictures relate to the headline of the article. So this area right here is the headline. So once again, you will have to see Ms. Fitzhugh is still learning how to use this program that records my videos. So let me see if I don't think I can figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and finish right here. But the rest of the slides is very self-explanatory. After you describe the pictures, you will be asked to summarize the article. 3 facts you learned, 2 things you still wonder about, and a question that you might still have. Guys, if you do need help, please make sure you reach out. I want to give a shout out to my 4th, 1st, and 7th periods. Those periods have the most students doing the work and also doing the work very well. So hopefully 3rd, 6th, and 8th periods, you will catch up and I can send greetings to you next time. So hopefully, guys, you're doing well. I'm going to say goodbye right now. If you have any questions, you can always join our Zoom session or use Google Comments or email me.